I'm outside the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, and inside those doors behind me is the future. AI, robots, and ideas worth billions of dollars. Every year the same promise, this is what's coming next. Now you spend a little time out here and something does start to register. Black Americans make up about 13% of the country, but in tech, that number drops to around 7%, and it gets even smaller when you look at who's actually running things. It's not something you can immediately put into words. You just start noticing certain patterns. Who's here, who's not, who's building things, and who's just passing through. So I started asking people a simple question. What does it feel like to be here as a Black professional, knowing those numbers? And what does that mean for who gets to shape what's being built at CES?
The representation matters. We just have to keep keeping on, right? And then eventually we'll get to the point of what we see with the Koreans and things of that nature, right? Where we're a block. But until we get to the point of going back to the basics, understanding how to pitch your idea, how to communicate with clarity, right? Being consistent and committed, then we'll be able to accomplish our goals. But it's gonna take some process and time. I mean, we have some inherent trauma, and we have some other issues as far as like just what we've been through as human beings on the earth in order to accomplish that. And then once we're able to do that, then we can handle business. But until then, I really want to push it towards the incubation process. A lot of my dirty work and put the hard hat on of exposing individuals to ecosystems, pitch competitions, putting them in front of people like you and I, and then allowing us to rip their idea to shreds, because they were doing that behind closed doors so that when they get on the main stage, they say, this is easy.
What stayed with me most about that conversation was how focused he was. He wasn't discouraged, not surprised, but focused on the work that has to be done long before anyone ever gets a spotlight. And he also talked about incubation, about repetition, about putting ideas through pressure early, so when the moment comes, they're ready. A farm system, if you will. Not luck, not shortcuts.
Like with the creation of AI, a lot of people are making assumptions about Black people or people of color in general, and they are incorporating that into AI. So let's just say you want to create a persona for your AI, like your ChatGPT. You could be like, hey, ChatGPT, use Black vernacular, basically. And I'll be like, okay, period, poo. You know? So I think it's very important for us to be at the table, because you could say, hey, people don't talk like that, or like that's not realistic, you know, like, or that's greatly exaggerated, you know. So as we all know, Black people are not a monolith, and so it's very important that we are assisting with the creation, because I mean, either way, things are in motion. It's going to get created either way, so we can either just sit back and watch it be done, or we can help out with that and say, hey, if you want it accurate or whatnot, here's how you do it.
She brought up something else that's easy to miss. Tech doesn't just build products, it builds systems. And those systems end up shaping data, power, and communities often long before most people even realize what's happening, especially when infrastructure starts showing up in neighborhoods like ours.
I think we should be involved, especially the data centers that are being built in our communities. We need to start there, thinking about that. If these data centers have to be there, then it needs to be some benefactor to the community. Strict regulations. How long is it going to be here? If it's going to be here for 3 years, what can it do for the community in that short time? We need to revisit this in 5 years. I think we need to have all of those things in place. And just even more coming to stuff like this collectively, having our ears and our eyes here to know what's happening so that we can see where we all can fit in to assist.
CES is where the future gets assembled piece by piece, and the real question for Black America isn't whether tech is coming, it's whether we're helping to shape it or just adjusting to it after the fact. That's the part that sticks with you.